Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CSTV. I'm your host Kathleen Egaltoto, Madam CS, and this is the striker. Have it raw and real. Kindly remember to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. The striker today leads us to the East Africa community. Few days ago, the East Africa community received a new member, the Democratic Republic of Congo. The question is, what could be the impact of this membership, that is the membership of the DRC in EAC, or the East Africa community? But before we look at the impact, can we go back to history? Where did it begin? In 1977, the first East Africa community, that was composed of Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania, collapsed. And remember, this was only 1 year towards the death of Johnston Kamau, or His Excellency the first President of the Republic of Kenya, Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. However, despite that, several decades later, in November 1999, a declaration was signed, or a treaty was signed, that was supposed to reconstitute the current East Africa community. And in 2000, this declaration, or this treaty, was ratified. Remember, as I told you, initially the East Africa community was composed of 3 member states, Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania. However, as time went by, there has been efforts to expand and include new members into the regional bloc. That is, we have had countries like Rwanda, Burundi and South Sudan joining the East Africa community. And recently, the Democratic Republic of Congo consists the 7th member in the EAC. What could be the impact of this approval? Of course, the first thing that we need to understand is that the Democratic Republic of Congo must ratify the rules and regulations, or the laws that govern the East Africa community, for it to enjoy full membership, or for the citizenry in the Democratic Republic of Congo to enjoy the benefits that comes with a state being a member in the East Africa community. But all that said and done, the question is, how does the EAC benefit from the incoming of DRC into the circle? First, remember, this is an expanded trade, because you know, if a state is a member of the East Africa community, we have that protocol, free movement of goods and services. So it tells us that now the member states in East Africa community, that is Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi and South Sudan and Rwanda, now can be able to comfortably trade with the DRC without any tariffs. And remember, DRC is rich in natural resources and minerals. So that means it is also a plus to the East Africa trade bloc when we talk about economic power. But more importantly is that the more the East Africa community expands, especially in the economic sphere, the more it will have more bargaining power in the international trade bargaining arena. So it's not just bringing members in, it's all about looking at how does the region benefit when it has more members. It's also a question, what does the member state bring in? And for the DRC, it is rich minerals and resources. It is a plus to the East Africa community. But how will then the citizenries of DRC benefit from this membership? Of course, as I said earlier, is that now the free movement of goods and service protocol is being extended to the citizens in the DRC. Now the people of DRC will be able to work anywhere within the East Africa bloc without needing a visa all without much problems, because this protocol gives them an opportunity or a right to work anywhere within the East Africa community, so long as they have mastery of either English, Swahili, or French. And then it also tells me that going forward, the citizenaries from the DRC are likely to have the East Africa passport, the passport that makes us the same, the passport that brings us together when it comes to movement from one country to another within the East Africa region. But I kept asking myself that this membership does not come without its challenges. And I'm not saying that insecurity and bandits and these militia groups are only in DRC. But then this is a problem that the East Africa community should be able to plan and see how it helps the DRC navigate around these aspects of state fragility, bandits, militias, and so forth. Are we going, for example, to have, just the way the East Africa community has been very key and instrumental in South Sudan's peace building, are we going to have a East Africa community in DRC doing the same with the aim of stabilizing and even ensuring that there's much security when it comes to even doing trade, international trade within that particular country, or regional trade in the DRC? It is a question I left myself wondering whether how is that going to be. How will the DRC membership in EAC impact on the security situation in DRC, and how are the member states in East Africa community going to help the DRC in solving this particular problem? And finally, it left me asking, which is the next country do we expect to be a member in East Africa community? Because what we see is a trend by the East Africa community trying to expand and include new members, trying even to bring members that initially have had like French as a major language of communication or as the main language of communication. Which other member do you think that is likely to be drawn into the East Africa community, if at all it will be? So comment down below, what is your take concerning the inclusion of the DRC into the East Africa community? What do you think this means to the citizens or to the common citizens in DRC, and what do you think this implies to DRC as a state and to the East Africa community as a trading bloc? Stay tuned, have a throw until we meet next, and remember to subscribe.